Sarah. I'm from West Lafayette, Indiana.
Oh yeah. It's all about you. One time
I'ma say it's all about you.
For the bitches that think it's all.
I'm a business volunteer in Peace Corps. My interesting little tidbit is that my dad was also a Peace Corps volunteer in the 70s. Iguli, beyond having the hardest name to pronounce ever, is a town about the size, I don't know, it's a medium-sized town, about 10,000 people in the whole area, which includes 20-some villages. It's north, and it's right on the border between Imereti and Dacha. Our biggest problem is unemployment. We used to have a lot of coal mines, 6 in the Soviet era, and now there's only 1 functioning, and it's privately owned. So unemployment is a big deal here. It's something that my NGO works on, and it really affects the lives of people. Hey, welcome to Tripoli. We're gonna go into my office and check out the life of an Ayad. So in a typical day, I come in around 10, and then we leave at 6. A lot of times we travel into the villages, so we'll take marshukas and go and visit the schools that we've been working with, or our house in Orpiri. And in Georgia, times are a little bit different, so it's not 10 o'clock on the dot. A lot of times I'm kind of waiting outside, or she's waiting for me. Like, we really just work together. So this brochure is from a project that we're working on with the Kutaisi organization, and we're promoting small entrepreneurs in the Tripoli area. They make different things, like they're famous for tea and honey. So we work with those people, but we also work with people who make jewelry and other kinds of small crafts. And we made a bunch of small little jars of honey and different products that they can display, and we sent them to Poland, and now there's a big exhibition going on next month in Poland, and our organization sent a bunch of different Tripoli products and a little list of what it's about and different descriptions of them, and they're going to be there, and everything's in English and Polish, so they'll be displayed there, and I think that's really cool for Tripoli's small entrepreneurs to have their products so far spread. Part of this project was also doing different trainings for them for business marketing, how to market themselves when the project is over. And they came and they also learned how to make their own websites. And it was a really good way for them to meet each other. So they started forming kind of a coalition. And we're hoping long-term to have a bazaar somewhere here in the center where they can all come and sell their products to tourists on their way to Racha. People will hopefully stop and buy Tripoli tea and honey and stuff like that. Ketty and I work really well together. When I first came, we met each other at the supervisors conference, and she was actually a little bit early, so I saw her on the street and she had a picture of me and she was like, Sarah, Sarah, and I was so nervous because everyone else still had like 10 minutes before they had to meet their directors, and she was like, I'm coming, and I was like, oh dang it. But we sat together all through lunch and we really bonded right away, and she's been taking care of me ever since. I have a host family that I moved out, but I still interact with quite frequently, but Ketty is really, has my back here in town, and when anything happens with my house or my health, which is constantly, she's always there and she's very understanding, and she helps me with small personal things too. So she takes time out of running an entire NGO all by herself to help me and the other volunteers. So she's a great role model and mother and businesswoman, and I'm really happy that we work together.
ძალიან დიდი მადლობა მინდა მისთვის სარას გადაუხადოთ მშვიდობის კორპუსს, რომ ასეთი აქტიური მოხალისე გყავს.
She's talking about thanking for this small project. Okay, ბრარის სხვა სხვა ხოიცი ეს კითხვა. ბრარის
თქვი, ეს უკვე თქვი. ანუ ეს არის რომ პოლონელები მუშაობენ უფრო ახალგაზრდებთან, ხოლო სარა მუშაობს ძირითადად პროექტებთან. და ეს არის ძალიან უფრო ორგანიზაციის და რეგიონის განვითარების კუთხით მუშაობს სარა. დიდი მადლობა ამით.
I have a site mate. His name is Drew. We hang out a lot. and it's nice because he's an education volunteer, so I kind of get to see a little bit of that. And he comes to my NGO pretty often. He's working with them now on a World Hair Day run, so he's involved also in my work. Really, our lives are just very involved with each other's, and I love having a site mate. It's someone to speak English with. It's someone, you know, that gets you through the hard winter days.
We do share a common bond, which is that we both attended the same university, and I think that helped us form a foundation for our friendship. And obviously, as you can tell by this weird dancing, that Sarah is comfortable around me, which is important, I think, especially for two people who, you know, live within close proximity of one another. And yeah, I think our relationship has definitely grown in a lot of ways since we've been here. And I'm sure, actually I know, I take her friendship for granted, because when I'm not here anymore, I'm sure that, you know, I'll miss her companionship.
Ani! Mevar! Hello! The very first day that I came here, they had a big Supra set up and I was very overwhelmed at site visit, but my director was here and I just remember being like, what is everyone saying all around me? But then about 8 months later, my parents came to visit and we had a Supra in this exact same place, and it was funny because I was actually translating for them, and it was just weird how time goes by and everything is so different. So lots of memories in here.
Hi. Gaugi Marcos Mego Brobas. Sakai Pelas da Americas. Da Akali da Zvili. Da Momo Valshi Knebasayam Bedri. Da Fine Gaugi Marcos.
Mego Brobas, Gaugi Marcos. How about Shane? Getting this? Roll on, baby, now.